So, after a little bit more thought, I figured I might as well show you all a second lid option here. So I showed you how to make the fancy lid, but if you want to choose a more basic lid, this is a jar I was making, and I'm going to show you how, by again measuring the interior of the gallery here, you can get your lid measurement. And then I'm going to put this aside and give you one more way to make a lid. This is the simpler option of just basically throwing a small bowl. So for this, I have about ½ pound of clay. Going to center it. And I really just don't need much height on this because it's going to essentially be a low wide bowl. So I'm pushing this down a little lower. I'm going to drill just a little bit. So I'm going to keep a little bit of thickness on there. There's my about 1/3 of an inch. I'm opening this up the same way I'd open a bowl, where I'm not dragging my fingertips straight across. Instead, I have my finger leaned back, so I'm making a little bit more of a U shape. I'm compressing this really well with my finger. And then I'm going to pull the walls, and just like pulling a bowl, I'm starting in the center on the inside. And just like pulling a bowl, I'm not trying to pull straight up. Instead, I'm pulling up at an angle. So now I'm going to come in and check my width, which I'm about spot on. I'm just a smidge too wide. But by the time I take a small rib and I go in here and shape this, it's going to alter my width just a little bit anyways. And just like making a bowl, the other side will get trimmed eventually. So I'm less worried about the outside shape right now and more worried about the inside shape. Okay, let's see how the measurement's looking. This is just a smidge too wide. So I'm going to lean this in just a little bit. Again, smidge too narrow. So I'm going to lean this out just a little bit with a rib. And I'm going to check it one more time. Looks like I am right on it. Drying this off. I'm going to undercut this the same way I would undercut a bowl. I'm not worried about all that extra clay because all that will get trimmed off later. Let's do one more check of my measurement, make sure I didn't mess it up. That looks great. I'm going to trim this. And then later I'll show you the way I'm just going to flip this over and trim it to be basically an upside down dome.